Hello, welcome to Kevin of Reza. This is Reza, and we talk about all sorts of sport in our daily sport show. Uh, if you can see, I'm quite sleepy still. It's 9 a.m. almost here in the Middle East, and the reason that I'm sleepy is that I was watching Champions League games till after midnight, and I had to wake up 5:30 in the morning to watch NBA games. So I didn't get much sleep, and yeah, but I have so much energy because I love those NBA games, and the last night games were in UCL were quite insane. I think how many goals it was? 43, something like this last night, and I watched 20 of them in 3 games. So yeah, it was mad night and insane morning. So let's get into it. First, we'll start with chess because I wanted to cover it yesterday. Um, Unfortunately, um, I decided not to, and and we couldn't go to that because of sad reasons. But to just say it and move forward is that Fabi, Wesley So are on the top in US championship. Yeah, I shouldn't say Champions League championship. I'm mixing things up. In US championship, 5.5 points. Yeah, and with 5, Levon is following. Just that. And let's move on to NBA. I will talk about chess maybe later when it is the last game or when the winner is like we are having a guess who can be the winner. But for now, let's go to NBA. The first game. So when I woke up, I could actually see that Thunder against Rockets went to overtime. So I watched those overtimes. There were two, and yeah, it was a very close game. Uh, so I didn't watch the match, but only the overtime. And what I can say about what I watched is that Kevin Durant is someone who you just say, oh, he still got it. Maybe not. Yeah, he could be the star of any game, and then kind of go into the shadow and then again become the star. And it was his first game in Rockets. He got a lot of points, but with his foul in the second overtime, they kind of lost 125 to 124. And last year's ring bearers and champions won this game. I think everyone were quite rusty a little bit for the first game, but the atmosphere and the energy was there, especially in the stadium, and the fans were quite energetic, and yeah, it was brilliant in that way. I just say the points, and yeah. So Shengun or Sengun, how you pronounce it, uh, had 39 points, a great start, 11 rebounds. And after that was CGA with 35. He was a little bit inaccurate in free throws, but he did the job. Holmgren, what are these names? It's so hard to pronounce. 28 points, and Kevin Durant 23 with 9 rebounds. And yeah, that was the match, and a great start. Very, very, very exciting. And I don't know, in a way that everything can happen this season. So the first overtime, the second overtime, and a great close match. Going to the next game that I watched way more of it. Uh, I missed the start because of the last game that I was watching, but Lakers against Warriors. Um, what I can say about this game, sorry, let me drink a little water. Um, wow, uh, what a noise, sorry. Um, it was 119 to 109 for Warriors, 10 points game, and the difference was that from Lakers, Doncic and Reeves were pretty good. Butler, Curry, Kuminga, they were all good on the other side, Warriors. But I think the difference was just in free throws. Warriors were way more accurate. I have the stat. I have written it down. 26 of 29 for Warriors, 17 of 28. Exactly. Um, you can see almost, not exactly, but almost the difference. And Butler had 16 out of 16 in free throws. So um, for me, he was the man of the match, kind of. He was the star, he was the difference. Doing the free throws right, moving right, very effective in the game. Still, of course, Luka Doncic got the most points. He was carrying Lakers for so long in that game. Let's talk. I think he didn't. He wasn't short of any effort, but it wasn't enough just to be him or Aston Reeves to to just help him. It wasn't enough. I just read the points. 43 for Luka Doncic, insane for the first game of the league, for any game, but uh, um, 12 rebounds. Jimmy Butler 31 points. Aston Reeves 26. Stephen Curry 23. And yeah, that's about this game. Quite exciting. I love watching NBA games. It really charges me up. I love watching it, and I had a really good time watching it. And the thing about NBA that I want to say and move on, I'm a Miami Heat fan, and I understand more and more why Butler left. Miami didn't do much changes as they should have, and it is quite worrying. They're not really rebuilding the way you hope, not getting the stars the way you wish as a fan, and it's becoming a little bit miserable. It's a sad thing to say as a fan, but I don't see them in the knockout phase. Like, let's be honest, I don't see them even there. And now I heard that Adebayo might leave. I can't speak. Might leave because he thinks the same as Butler, and he can see it that this team is going nowhere with this strategy that they have. Eric is a very good manager, but and he did brought us to more knockout games that maybe we deserved. But till when this will continue, I think there is a big need for changes, and hopefully we see them. But it's not looking good. Yeah. So let's go to football and talk about all the crazy matches there. And before that, the game to watch tonight is Real Madrid against Juventus. I think Real Madrid may be the better side after the game I watched from Juventus, but let's see what will happen. Let's see that. We go from back to forward and we talk about games. Man City versus Villarreal. I didn't see this match. I saw three only last night. I watched some of the highlights of the games, not like some of the games. I watched the highlights, not all of them. So Man City versus Villarreal, Haaland score, Bernardo Silva, Haaland scoring almost every game. He's super ready. and super competitive, and I love it. Even though they're City and I'm a United fan, but I love it. It's pretty good. Harry Kane, Holland, Mbappe, all of them are just crazy, and I can say even Rashford is getting back to his prime in a way, but that's for later. We talk about it, and we should see more, of course. Of course, not at their level. I'm just saying, but he's doing very well. And yeah, Man City easy win, and they are looking pretty good in Europe, in England, Premier League, and yeah, very strong Man City. Very exciting games for them. Inter won 4-0, pretty easy. Inter does not win very easily this year, but this was an easy one against the Belgium champion USG. I just don't want to say the name, it's hard to pronounce. They're right now at the top of the Belgian league, and last year won it, and but that wasn't enough. Inter was much better, and 4-0 win for them. Another crazy match to talk about. Uh, I don't know how to talk about this one at all because it's 6-2 to Eindhoven against Napoli, and I didn't watch it. I watched some of the goals, but I didn't watch them all. And it was a crazy match. I'm kinda sad that I couldn't watch it. I was watching two games at a time, the exact same time of this game, but crazy night. First goal McTominay, Napoli, but then an own goal and two other two others. Yeah, for Eindhoven it was 3-1 for Eindhoven when Napoli apparently got a red card, and after that, Eindhoven scored another 4-1. McTominay scored the second goal of his, and it's 4-2. And then in the last minutes, two more goals for Eindhoven. It's crazy. Um, it was in Philips Stadion in Netherlands. It's crazy game. You can't believe it. The only thing that I can say is that Napoli is the new Liverpool. Two losses in a row. It's not looking good for them, especially when Milan is quite ready to take over the league. And in Europe, they don't like the team. They don't like. They don't look the team that can beat up Bayern Munich or Barcelona or something right at the moment to like go much further later in the knockout phase. I'm just comparing everything with Bayern Munich. Yeah, I know. But that's the stakes. You have to beat that. So yeah, McTominay scored twice. Hoyland wasn't there, but would it make much changes? I don't know. Uh, their situation is a little bit scary to watch if you're a fan of Napoli, and we will see about that in the future. Going to the next game, Newcastle Benfica, 3-0 Newcastle, easy game. Gordon scored one, Brands scored twice. Now we can talk also about Mourinho. Uh, I think at some point there will be a question that what Mourinho is bringing to Benfica after losing this game. It doesn't. I don't want to jump to conclusion. Don't talk too fast. They had a draw against Porto. Seemed alright for Mourinho for the moment, but at some point there will be a question that what is he bringing, and if he doesn't deliver, will he be fired again? Um, I know he's Mourinho and I love him, but there are there after a few clubs, maybe you have the right to question him a little bit. Uh, but let's not jump to the conclusion. I'm just a little bit worried for him. Uh, Borussia Dortmund 4, Copenhagen 2. Not much to say about this game. I didn't watch it, so don't know what to say. It's just that Dortmund had an easy win, it seems. It was 4-1 till the almost last moment, so it was an easy win. Dortmund is quite good this season. They get the results they want. They are a little bit better defensively against Bayern Munich. They had mistakes against Juventus. They had mistakes, but they are kind of getting what they can. Uh, they're good, but Bayern Munich is just better. So let's see what will happen for them in Bundesliga, and maybe a good second finish. Sorry, maybe, but yeah, they're pretty good this season. I like how they're getting their points and not losing or drawing the games in the last moments. They're keeping it together. So yeah, it's I like it. We go to Kairat Almaty versus Pofus, the only game that didn't have a goal. Red card from Pofus FC. I don't know even. Are they from? They're from Greece. I didn't even know that. If I want to be honest, they had a red card in the fourth minute, and after that it was just a 0-0 draw. Don't know much about it. Don't really want to know. Uh, Not that interesting. Sorry. Let's go to the crazy games of last night. Which one should we start? Let's start with Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. I watched this game. I watched any other game that I'm talking about today. 4-0 for Arsenal. I think you could see almost at the end that Diego Simeone almost was nearly crying or wanted to cry out of desperation. It was quite hard for him. He was looking not good. Uh, Not to disrespect him, it was just a hard game for him. The first half was somewhat uneventful. Yeah, it wasn't much to talk about, but the second half went crazy. We had Atletico did hit the bar, but that was pretty much all they did all the game. That one bar, and offensively, that was pretty much it. I don't recall anything they did other than that. That was a real situation opportunity for them to score. And Arsenal just did it again. They're solid, they're stable, they know their things. They Gabriel scored from set piece again, set piece corners, all of that. Um, and when they score, they become very confident because they know they can keep the game intact. After that, one of the most beautiful goals of the night, one of the most beautiful I watched in a while. Luis Skelly, just cutting through midfield and the defense pretty good, pretty beautifully, and then pass it to the side, Martinelli, and it was a very beautiful goal. I really, really liked it and I got very excited with that goal. Gyökeres scoring twice kind of sorry, lift the pressure off his shoulders. Lift. What I can say about Gyökeres is that he's very opportunistic, and that's how he scored both those goals. And one of them was the ball kind of being chaotic, messy in the box, and he just finished it. And the other was the Gabriel pass from a corner, and I don't want to say with where he scored. Let's say his tie. Let's say that. But he scored again. Like he's very opportunistic. He and he was very confidently doing that. Like even when he was under pressure from the defenders. Like, he's very opportunistic, and I really, really, really think he was the player Arsenal needed all this time. And that was it. Easy win in Emirates, and Atletico Madrid got quite beaten in North London. And yeah, it was a bit crazy to watch, though. All of it happened in 13 seconds or so, the whole 4 goals. And after that, it was quite a controlled game, yeah. Going to the other crazy game, I don't know how to describe this one. I barely, I can't speak. It was a quite a weird game. Uh, okay, to talk about Paris Saint-Germain versus Leverkusen, I'm going to close the video if I want to be honest, because I don't want it to become so long, but it's a very difficult thing to talk about it. Paris Saint-Germain versus Leverkusen. What I noticed in the first minutes, and it shocked me the whole game, was that over again, that it seems Bayer Leverkusen, the manager, analyzed the game and Paris Saint-Germain quite well, because the defenders were um covering the white players and how they're moving and crossing and attacking. And I was like, okay, they got it right. They can control the game whatsoever. We should see. But a cross coming at 7th minute, and they score Paris Saint Germain. So I was like, okay, they can do mistakes, but they will cover the white players and attackers from sides coming in or crossing. And they didn't. That was the thing. Uh, at first, Paris Saint Germain had the game. Leverkusen became a little bit confident, and they got a penalty from Zabarny. Yeah, I'm pronouncing it rather really well. Zabarny with the handball. They missed the penalty, hit the post. Uh, a few moments later, they got the red card. Bayern Leverkusen, Andrich, their captain. Very unnecessary, the most unnecessary red card you could have seen, with the elbow in the middle of the field, completely unnecessary. It was insane, and you would say they weren't playing very well. They missed the penalty. It's over. It's done for them. They got another penalty with Zabarini doing it to avoid the 1v1, and just a few more moments later, they scored that penalty. It became 1-1, and you were like, okay, maybe there is a chance. There is now 10 against 10 because Zabarini got the red card on that penalty, and you were like, okay, maybe there is a chance. But the truth is that I feel like they didn't cover the white players. One of the reasons is that 10 against 10, the space between the players were more, and Paris Saint-Germain loved that space and used that space to the fullest. They scored another three. Actually, the Bayer Leverkusen scored their goal at 38, but still they conceded 3 goals before halftime was over. I remember when it was 3-1, and it was very easy goals for Paris, all white players, like left, right, just scoring. And I was thinking, 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to the end of the first half, I was thinking maybe I should go and drink some water or something. And I was like, no, Paris Saint Germain can score again, and they did. I just want to say that seemed that easy to them. It was like a friendly match, pretty much. After the second goal from Paris, it seemed like a friendly match. So they finished 4-1 the first half, and then, of course, they scored another, and an insane shoot from Garcia uh, from Leverkusen made it 5-2. Yeah, am I right? Yeah, it's so many goals. 5-2. But it all looked like a friendly match. Like, I don't know how the ease that they go through the defenders, both teams, and shooting and scoring. It was just a friendly match. Dembele came in and he scored immediately the Ballon d'Or winner, and it was pretty interesting to watch that too. After that, the game became quite dead till the end. That Vitinha just scored a shoot, and it was just in. Like, I remember, I'm always writing something in the notebook when I'm watching, and I was like, any shoot they do, any opportunity, they just can score whenever they want. It was crazy. And 7-2, most of it 10 against 10 play, and it was very interesting. Barcelona, I tried to be very fast. Oh my god, it's 25 minutes. They scored twice, but Olympiacos, they they won 6-1. Let's do it right. Against Olympiacos from Greece. They scored two goals at first half, and I was like, but Olympiacos wasn't like empty-handed. They were attacking. They got a penalty. They scored that penalty. It became 2-1, and you were like, maybe Olympiacos can resist a little bit. But a very conver, very very weird, controversial. Yeah, I remember controversial red card. I'm not saying. In my eyes, it was controversial, if I want to be honest, but a lot of people outside said it too. The second yellow, I don't know. It seemed very controversial. It was a straight red or second. If I want to be honest, I was drinking water at that moment and I just missed it. It was second yellow. Yeah, I just missed 2 minutes of the game and that was the red card. And after that, Olympiacos just kind of lost it. They were 10 men against 11, and a penalty from Rashford kind of finished the game for Barcelona. There was a penalty, and Yamal took it and scored, and Rashford took the penalty like the foul was on him. After that, Rashford also scored twice. In total, Fermin Lopez scored a hat trick. And it was a very easy good night for Barcelona going to El Clasico. And they are going to El Clasico, am I right? Let's see. Just to be sure, I'm one. Yeah, I was right. I was 99% sure, but wanted to check. And yeah, that's about it. All the games, all the crazy games last night and today's morning. And hopefully, I see you tomorrow. I hope it wasn't too long, but it was so much to tell. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and write a comment. I would like to see your comments. And yeah, have a great time. Bye.